Hello, everyone. Welcome to the channel. Hopefully, everybody's doing great. I'm sitting here and I've been watching a few videos, and occasionally I watch some other vloggers, and I noticed there's several I watch sometimes, and they got nice houses, nice wives, they look good together. But there's one thing missing, and it's raised my curiosity. These wives, I know the Philippine culture. Been here long enough that I understand it. Not 100%, but I do understand the Philippines. Here, as y'all will, if you've been with my channel any time at all, uh, I've got gracious family all around her. Always have. I made it a priority when we got married. I made sure her sisters got graduated from high school, made sure their well-being was good. So the mom and dad, I make sure they didn't go hungry, and I still do. Matter of fact, the mom and dad lives downstairs. I keep them close. Why? Because I understand how important family is to them. So, and like I said, I was watching these vloggers, and they got nice homes, new transportation, but there's something missing. But their channel seems to always do well. Now, my next pet peeve is I've noticed something that's getting more common. These same people, they got these nice homes and nice cars. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm glad they can have it. It's not a problem because I'm happy with what I got. I got good transportation, and I don't make no house payments, don't make no car payments. So I'm just saying there's something lacking in the picture. Now, what I was getting ready to say too is that's not enough for them. Now, their videos, a lot of their videos, are requiring you to be a member to you. You have to pay to watch them now. When is it enough? Guys, I can promise you one thing. No matter how successful I get, if my channel goes viral and it ends up being millions of subscribers, you'll never see me switch to members only. That's just not the way I am. Anyway, but still, the key factor is there was something missing in these channels that I've noticed, and it puzzled me. How come those wives actually happy? Because I know my wife would be. She would go along with me, and she would do it. She would live without her family being nearby, but that would be taking something away from her that's very important. You know, it would make her a different person. That wasn't what I married. I married Grace for the person she is. And I didn't want to change it. And one way to change it, take her away from her family. You know, it makes you wonder, don't it? You know, I grew up in a time, I mean, if you've been following my channel, you know this. Family was important. We got together on a regular basis. So it wasn't uncommon. No. And all that kind of drifted away for some odd reason. Work ethics, for one thing. The demand to get ahead, to stay afloat, to keep things paid. It just got out of control. It's even worse now, I'm sure. So I've not been there in almost 17 years. I just I couldn't imagine living there now under those extreme pressure, high pressure conditions. So the reason I know that, I communicate with my son and daughter that lives there, and their lifestyle has changed so much since I've been here. They vaguely or rarely have time to even do a short video call because everything's so demanding. And, it's just, it's sad it has to be that way. Now, I enjoy my life here. I've got to slow down in life and not being demanding. I enjoy my wife. I enjoy our time together, our meals, having conversations, actually having a real conversation. it just, it's something. And my son here, can you imagine being able to have a real conversation with a 12-year-old? We do it on a regular basis. Just about every evening, me and Virgil will sit here and he'll come up with something that he wants to talk about, and we do everything possible. Sorry about that. Uh, and some of it is comical, and some of it is scientific, and some of it's historical. It's just different topics. And he amazes me as he comprehends so much knowledge, especially in the last couple of years. And, and, and I'm enjoying every moment of it. It's something I wished I could have done with uh, my son and daughter in the States, but I get to make up for it now, for some of it anyway. But it makes me think back what a difference it would have been. I'm also admired Grace at her dedication to me and to our son, to Virgil. I mean, she stays involved in his life deeply, not into an overprotective mode, but she does it to have an understanding to uh, help develop his skills and push him to be a good person. And of course, I do the same. I try to direct him in the right direction. Have to respect other people and, and don't look down upon anyone. We're not that person. If you want to look down on someone, put yourself in their shoes and see if you can look at a different picture. That's something many people fail to do. You know, I very often have comments on my channel personally, and they say, well, "Why didn't you do better planning in life so you have uh, a better retirement plan?" Kind of hard to do when you don't have the income to do it. Don't have the income to invest. You know, sometimes things in life happen that just won't allow it. Some people. Oh, if I could have maintained a career job, no doubt in my mind, I would have done much better. But those opportunities never happen. But that's okay. I still live a good life. I just learned how to manage with a whole lot less. And I passed that skill on to Grace, which I'm sure she'll pass along to Virgil. And also, I've been doing the same. And hopefully, he ends up having a great life also. I would have loved to have a wonderful 401k. Of course, I got to thinking about all this. What if things had happened? What if I had became successful enough to have that, those resources? Would I have been the same person? That often was my question. Would I have been the same person? Would it have made me a different person? It's sad to say, but more than likely it would have. Greed is an infection. You know, once that takes over, I've seen it happen to be honest with you, with some of my family members. Greed is an infection. And it's a sad one. Because I see those people never truly satisfied. Always more. I've had a few friends that are the same way. Successful in life, but never was satisfied. They never was happy. Anyway, I was thinking about, as I was talking about earlier in the videos, about these vloggers and their wives. I often felt bad for them, but that's the life they chose also. They're going to stand by their husbands, and I admire them for that. Even though they're separated from their roots, they still have that built into them that they're going to stand right beside that person to the end, no matter what. They look what a sacrifice they're giving up. But anyway, that's my rant for the day. Hopefully, everybody out there, when you're out and about, if oh, man, smile when you cross other people's paths. That might make it someone have a different opinion for them for that day, or even for their own life. Who knows? But also, don't forget, live long and prosper.